from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It's the NFC Wild Card round on EA Sports. New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Trubisky. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A gain of 6 there on first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Complete to Deontay Harris. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12.
So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Now Gordon on first down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
To throw on third down. Huntley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. We're scoreless after 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 25-yard line.
Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Bears.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. That's into the hands of Edwards. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of the ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I got to tell you, I personally like it. But winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
That was second down run for Murray. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Trubisky. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He was
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Murray. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running with Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Eddie Goldman able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Pass complete here to Sanders. He'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st down, Huntley. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
They said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. This is Gordon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 30. Yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Trubisky. Looking now, and that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wild Card bout. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. From the gun, Huntley going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malcolm Jenkins. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Roquan Smith gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now an option play on second down. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 77 yards. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Here's Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 31, Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Eddie Goldman, his second sack of the night. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
First and 10. Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Huntley going to let one fly for Robinson. The got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Number 12.
Allen Robinson, 91 yards. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Huntley to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
22, Saints 19.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now it's Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It's taken to the 26. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Here's Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Flush to his right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
On 1st down, Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it here with Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Saints 19.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 6, 20 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That will seal it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Saints.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.